Cuando hablamos del empleo de un carajo que se llame francotirador, entonces tiene que ser un tipo que tenga las capacidades para cumplir esa función. Yo no soy abogado, pero en esta vez estoy haciendo la oportunidad de un observador minucioso, para proteger al máximo las tropas que estén en la calle y no sean señalados de abuso de autoridad.
Igual, pero realmente, y aquí con mayor respeto, unidad de división, si nosotros seguimos manejando el tema de francotiradores aquí, vamos a salir presos todos. Hacer el trabajo es distinto a nombrar. No se debe emplear un francotirador, tirador experto que vaya ahí, porque la foto de ese hombre detrás, ese fusil, la guerra mediática va a matar a
va a llegar el momento que vamos a tener que emplearlo, ¿verdad? Y quiero que estemos preparados para el momento en que tengamos que emplearlo. Porque el presidente no se va a quedar nada más en una fase de señores. Ya firmó una banda de operaciones, y lo que yo dije aquí con el comandante Reyes, esto no va a ser por el día 19 de abril o una semana más después. Pudiéramos estar en el comienzo de una guerra subversiva urbana. Y allí vamos a ir avanzando únicamente nosotros, la Fuerza Armada, porque el pueblo, en lo que sea el cual sea, el pueblo, de oposición o revolucionario, en lo que comienzan a haber muertos, porque hay muertos, y aparecen muertos, todo el mundo se queda en su casa, señores, y se van a acordar de mí. Y la Fuerza Armada es la que va a tener que solucionar este tema. Entonces váyanse preparando con estos efectivos militares que pudieran hacer las veces de francotiradores.
In secret recording, Venezuelan general pushes for snipers to control demonstrators. Claiming to be primed for civil war, a Venezuelan general issued orders to prepare for the future use of snipers against anti-government protesters, according to a secret recording of a regional command meeting held 3 weeks ago at a military base in the northwestern Venezuelan city of Barquisimeto. On the recording, obtained from a Washington source that has provided El Nuevo Herald with information on Venezuela for previous stories, the generals discuss the legality and risks of using snipers during the massive demonstrations taking place almost daily against President Nicolas Maduro. The military, however, insists publicly that it is not using lethal force against demonstrators, a claim that was repeated on Wednesday by Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez. The meeting, chaired by Division General José Rafael Torrealba Perez, took place in the last week of April as Venezuela's socialist government continued to try to contain the unrest. Local news reports said at least 4 demonstrators were killed by gunfire this week, raising the death toll to at least 42, with more than 700 wounded. Begin to make preparations with those individuals that can serve as snipers, beginning with psychological and aptitude tests to make sure the unit commanders are in control of them, Torrealba instructed the military gathering. Torrealba is head of the Lara State-based Integral Defense Operational Zone, ZODI, one of several regional military operational zones. The generals at the meeting included representatives of the Army, Air Force, and National Guard, according to the Washington source. There will come a time when we will have to employ them, the snipers, and I want us to be ready for the moment that we have to employ them, because the president will not remain at a green preparation phase, gentlemen, Torre Alba said, a likely reference to Maduro's activation of the Zamora Plan, a war plan to be activated in the midst of imminent foreign invasion. Maduro has already signed a range of operations, and as I said here previously, we could be at the beginning of a subversive urban war. The recording of Torrealba's voice matches the one appearing in videos of his public speeches available on YouTube. His voice also was identified by the Washington source that supplied the tape to El Nuevo Herald. Some of the others present were National Guard Brigadier General Hernan Enrique Jome Machado, Air Force Brigadier General Carlos Enrique Quijada Rojas, Army Brigadier General Dilio Rafael Rodriguez Diaz, Army Brigadier General Joel Vicente Canelan, and Army Brigadier General Eva. Because then everyone will begin to stay at home, Torre Alba said. You will remember my words, the armed forces are the ones that have to solve this problem. One of the generals in the room claimed the demonstrations are no longer peaceful. Sadly, this is the beginning of a war, gentlemen, he said. The protesters will continue until reaching the point where an international intervention is justified. Let's not fool ourselves. Sadly, it fell to our generation to live with this conflict, and we have to assume it to the degree that is being demanded by our country. Earlier in the discussion, some of the generals argued about the need for keeping the marksmen well hidden from demonstrator and the reporters covering the events so the military would not be blamed for causing any deaths. The content of the recording contradicts assurances from Pedrino Lopez, the defense minister, that the military does not use firearms against protesters. We don't use lethal firearms.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.